In. Well, Robert O'Dean, as always, this is Wednesday, and I know that we have a great interview today. Who do we have with us today, my brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman is from the Bay Area. He is no stranger to the music. If you've listened to Ashlyn Cole and others that are part of his roster of artists, you will know who he is. He's doing some wonderful things. He's going to talk about this huge Christmas event that he does every year in the Bay Area. Ladies and gentlemen, producer, singer, songwriter, arranger, all that and a bag of chips, the one and only Marcus McCauley. Welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show, sir.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Robert. I really appreciate it. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know, I try not to start off my Wednesday with beef.
You ain't got no beef.
But I
Be nice to that. No, we ain't got no beef.
I got beef this morning.
Why?
Well, first of all, let me tell you why.
Tell me.
You know, just because Robert can't come this year because he got a conflict of interest,
I had to change my date.
I didn't even get an invite. Nobody invited me. And wait a minute, he ain't never lived in the Bay Area. I used to live on East 14th and Fruitville. I'm saying up there, but I didn't even get an invite. But I just want to let you know that I just had to let you know my
get it off your chest.
My feelings is hurt. I'm bruised all the way to my backbone. But anyway, I'll just mess with you, man.
Yeah.
How you doing, Marcus?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing today?
We're doing good. Now I know that.
Morning.
Yeah, I know that you must be exhausted in preparation for this weekend.
Well, I'm knee deep in preparation. You guys know that the productions is on Friday, so you guys know all about production and putting things on. So everything is on track. I'm super excited. Everybody is excited. We just basically on a countdown for Friday, December 12th. So Holiday at the Temple will be live, and it's going to be an amazing production.
Yes, who are some of the artists that will be featured? Because you have a big one.
Wait, did he get Leonard in the Leonardettes?
No, he didn't have Leonard.
He didn't get the Leonard and the Leonardettes?
God told him to leave them.
Okay, because that would have been big.
I couldn't afford them. Their deposit was too high.
Right.
Our headliner this year is Dorinda Clark Cole.
Yes, sir.
And then we have Roman Collins. I think he's out in your
Pasadena.
Yeah, Pasadena. Then we have Lawrence Matthews, Frida Lyons. I'm going to read my flyer because there's so many people, you see.
Yes, sir.
Frida Lyons, Ashlyn Cole, Marquita Knight, Darius Braxton, Vadia, Kay Ross, Aaliyah. We have up-and-coming choir Jarrell Mason, Elevation Chorale, Pam and Kevin Sharp. We have Felicia Hill. We have Brooklyn Field. We have Chris Lene and Sean Dotson. And our host is from the Channel 2 News, KTVU, Dave Clark. And that's our host for tonight. And we have a wonderful children's choir.
Well, this is what I want you to do.
It's an amazing event.
I got two requests. I just want you to go up behind Lawrence Matthews and say that God Radio is still waiting for that phone call. And tell him I said from Leonard. I used to play with Lawrence when I was up at college. At the Good Samaritan Church of God in Christ.
That's my home church.
Yes.
That's the church I come out of.
Yeah, with Larry and all of them over there. And then
Sanders.
Yep.
And
then when you see Pamela and Kevin, tell them I said, what you know good.
I'll pass that message along.
Yes. Now, what year is this of this wonderful event?
So this is basically clearing off the 10th year. So this is Holiday at the Temple been in existence for 10 years. So you guys remember when COVID and all that stuff happened. So I had to do some virtual things. So the actual physical year I did about 6 or 7 times. And then during our COVID, I'll call it our COVID recession.
Yeah.
I did the virtual thing, but this is kicking off my 10 years of Holiday at the Temple.
Wow, that thing is great. Let's talk about your upbringing. You matriculated at a fabulous internationally known school. Let's talk about that.
So, so I graduated from Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. But prior from that, of course, I had private lessons, church. You guys know that's like the ultimate training ground.
Yes, sir.
And from there, in Berkeley, California, I went to the Berkeley Jazz School, and that kind of helped me set the foundation to get me set up for Berklee College of Music in Boston. So I have 2 degrees, a degree in contemporary writing and music production and music business and management.
So let me ask you a question, because I don't know, because you said you grew up at Good Samaritan, or that was your roots. Did you ever do the Labor Day the Labor Day or the Memorial Day trips to like Vegas, San Diego?
See, that was before me. That was more
Okay.
your generation.
Okay. Yeah.
We heard the stories of all the stuff. I know Good Samaritan used to be super active with, and then
Yeah.
of course Good Samaritan was known for the music. I think it was Ephesians, Good Samaritan.
Yeah.
And then of course when Ephesians broke off and turned to Love Center, that
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
the whole thing. But yeah, I know Good Samaritan was the it church, and you guys used to have all kind of things going on.
Yeah. Good.
I miss that era.
And
Yeah.
and Olivet was a hot one too.
Oh, Olivet
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
can't forget Olivet. I'm gonna
Yes.
get in
Yeah.
trouble if I don't talk about Olivet. Yes,
Yeah.
Olivet too.
And that was when Bishop Ross was the pastor
Yes.
at
Oh,
Good
God, yes.
Samaritan. I used to always call him Smiley.
Oh, Smiley.
Yeah, because every time you saw him, he had that smile. Yes. So tell us this: growing up in Oakland, and what I loved about Oakland was the culture. There was so much culture. There was so much music. I used to tell everybody, San Diego. Sometimes we get a little bit spoiled because musicians can come to the studio late and still got a job. But if in Oakland, if you was on time, you was late, and before you could even get in the studio, there were musicians out there that already took your spot. How is it working in such a talent-rich environment?
Well, I mean, now the times have changed. A lot of studios, even in this era, we still have studios, but everybody kind of pretty much self-sufficient. But you are extremely right. The talent is very high in the Bay Area, and it's like what we think of like Los Angeles in your area. Of course, we call it the Hollywood, the glam. And a lot of times, what happens, a lot of musicians get bred in the Bay Area, and they end up going out towards that way because that sometimes because of the opportunity. But like now, I think it's kind of similar in every area. It's like everybody's kind of doing their own thing, but I set the tone for the people who work with me. It's like that. So it's like I like people to come prepared and be professional. And then the Bay Area have a legacy of that. Even with the Hawkins, they set the tone for excellence. So that's like something I want to make sure that standard is still here, and just a standard I want to maintain just throughout my career, no matter where I'm at. So even the musicians out this way, even the younger ones, I'm giving them the platform to practice excellence and being responsible. So that's like my main mission now is for the next generation. And so even Holiday at the Temple, it's multi-generational, so I make sure it reaches from different ages. But even my musicians, I'm teaching them, hey, you got to be on time. Hey, have your business together. If you want to get a check, you give me a W-9. Make sure do it early, or you're not going to, so business in music, because you just can't be a great organist or a great piano player and your personality is bad.
Yeah.
Or you don't know how to communicate.
Come on.
So it's like people who work with me, they know the standard is there all the way around, not just music.
And it's called the music business for a reason.
And music business for a reason. You guys know the music and the singing is only 10%.
Yeah. And I always tell people some things that people don't really talk about with musicians is appearance and hygiene.
Yes, most definitely.
I got some musicians that will leave the club on Saturday night and just come
And have
straight
the
to
whole
the
church
church. And
The whole church be turned up.
Everybody,
Turned up.
And it don't be the Holy Ghost.
yeah. Everybody, the praise and worship ministry was like, I feel a little lightheaded today.
Right.
I just feel so happy.
Yes. Yes. Now, let's talk about is it your record label, or are you more of a production company, or is it both?
I have everything. So let me tell you, I have a record label. I have a nonprofit. So In Session Holiday at the Temple is the anchor production for my nonprofit In Session. So that's and I have the record label. I have a full production company called McCauley Sessions.
Wow.
And then also I hold positions here at a nonprofit called Youth Uprising. So I'm a director of arts and expressions there. And then I play for 2 churches, and I do freelance stuff, and then do productions and special contracts.
Who's the artist?
So let me just ask this question for that. I'm gonna be real community with you, like family. Because you got like 15 jobs. So I'll be like that. Let me hold something.
Well, you have to create different buckets.
Multiple streams.
Multiple streams, and I'll call it buckets. So it's like where your money goes, because one have to feed into the other. And one thing that artists and singers and musicians and creative, they get this messed up. They think that you have to make your money all through your talent. And a lot of people will sit at home because of their ego, and they won't go and do other things to support themselves, and they forget that you still have to live a life.
That's right.
So as far as the cameras, glitz and glamour, and production, everything takes money. To be who you need to be takes money.
Yes.
So it's like, do you want to be comfortable and strive for your goal, or do you want to try to prove a point that nobody cares about?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you still fade away because you can't support it. So I always feel like everything you do feeds into who you are. It's not a particular one thing. So as far as living in California, you guys know that you have to do more than one thing, especially today. And then the money has changed in the music industry. You
Yes.
just can't be a producer and get a royalty check, or you just can't be a top musician go on tour. They don't even pay the same on tours anymore.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this question. What is your thought about the superstar AIs?
The superstar AI. So I think that it has their movement. It's a thing of its own, but still, at the end of the day, you cannot replace the human interaction or the human voice. And I know people get really scared about that. And then this is really a trip and a shame, especially for believers, that you're going to be so scared about AI when God is the ultimate creator.
Come on.
So if you really are meant to do something, or if you're called to do something, it's going to work.
It's going to work.
All right, preacher. Go on,
So
preacher.
that's how I feel about AI or the technology taking your job, because we all have our different paths, and if you're ordained to do it, it's going to work. So people get so flustered about the technology and that whole deal. Now I say this: learn about the technology, be ahead of it, because yes, things are going to change. That's how society works. So like people didn't look at, we have these.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
We
before
never thought that we can. Well, look, we're zooming right now. We never thought we can do this.
No.
wait a minute. Yeah, I know you're a youngster, so you don't get this, but back in the day, there was a show called Get Smart, and he would have camera phones and everything,
Cameras in his shoes.
and all this stuff, and we'd be like, oh, that's just fictional. And I said, everything you see on TV, they trying it.
They trying
They
it.
trying it. Yeah.
Yep, and the Jetsons. We doing the stuff the Jetsons.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this whole telecommuting, because if we get the telecommuting down where I could be here today, hop over to London, take care of a meeting, and then telecommute back, you know, man, we could put the whole airport stuff out of business. You know,
That
just
would be great.
yeah. But you wouldn't want to telecommute?
I don't know. No.
You
Yeah.
want to get lost somewhere?
No. Sometimes they be too ambitious, and I get it because it's times that are changing. But some things are better left to be the way they are, in my opinion.
I agree.
In my opinion.
I agree. And then too, you rather wait for the rapture than be telecommuting, huh?
Right. Let that be the time.
Let that be the time to telecommute.
Yeah.
Beam me up, Jesus. Beam me up.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your artist on your roster, because we love Ashlyn Cole. She's been here actually for our Gospel Aboard the Midway ship.
Yeah, so I've been working with Ashlyn probably we did Exceedingly, I think it was like 5 years ago. So we've been working together and partnering, just with different songs and concepts and putting out different singles and that whole deal. And the thing that's great about like our record label, I say our because it's a group participation, is that we all kind of put the effort in. So, the business model has changed. So it's like we support each other, and then we kind of had to be super flexible, because it's interesting having a record label today. It's like you just can't plan a 6-month rollout or a 3-month rollout. It's like the attention span is like you got 2 weeks.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, what I do, if I take this, you do a social media thing. And then now what I realize, which is great because I'm going to do more productions, is that you have to tie things into live experiences. So like even next year, Ashley's going to be coming out with a couple of singles and that whole deal, but we're going to create something for the live experience. So, people can really experience her.
Yes.
And that's how just the communication is totally different. So it's been interesting, working with her. She's such a great talent.
Oh, yes.
So, but it's been great working with Ashley. And then my other one is Darius Braxton.
He's bad, too. He's bad, too. Yes, sir.
Singer, and he has some music coming out, too, as well next year. And they've both been great to work with.
Yeah, Ashlyn, actuality, we have another jazz musician out of this area who she used to be married to. And I actually had Ashlyn on my jazz series before she went into start doing the gospel series. Let me ask you this question: to find a talent in a light-skinned body, how was that working with her? Because when she comes in, everybody likes saying, "Oh, we're gonna have hill songs," and she belts
She's not,
out.
she's
Yeah,
not Hillsong.
She ain't nothing Hillsong.
yeah, she belts out
She's
a gospel
soul sister.
gospel standard. Everybody like, her? What was your experience when you first met her?
Well, you know what? I've been knowing. See, I've been in the Bay Area. I mean, I'm from the Bay Area, so it's like I'm used to seeing Ashlyn because she used to sing with Derek Hall. And,
Yeah, okay.
everybody, so I was used to her coming to the church and doing it. Now I didn't really realize until we go outside of our element, and then they get all shocked and that whole deal because to me, Ashlyn is like I don't really translate. Oh, you know, she's of that persuasion
Right.
of
She
light skin. We
Right.
say it like that.
Yeah.
But it's like she always been around the community.
Yes.
So it's like she sang for like my dad's church anniversary. She does church.
Yes.
She's in the church
Yeah.
community. She's not just using it as a vehicle. You know how sometimes people use it for entertainment because of the concept.
Yes.
And it's like she's really
It's her.
within the
It's her.
community. It's her. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We got a great mix of people from all over the country tuning in. We got Trayvon Perry and
From
out
New York.
of New York. We got Levester White. He, I believe, now is in Virginia or in the area up there. We also even got Dr. Yolanda Marie Franklin, who's a playwright, artist, and director. A lot of people are tapping in. I know they probably have some questions for you. Going through the great school of Berkeley and having the experience. This is going to be a straight question. How was it leaving the beautiful, sunny, multi-weathered Bay Area and then going all the way to God-forbidden coldness? How did you manage that?
It was definitely a culture shock. Not even just the cold, just the whole vibe of Boston. It was different, and that was the first time I really experienced a different city where I can see. I'm trying to. I don't see how
No.
viral.
No. You can go. Just say what you
I'm
gotta
just
say.
saying that was the first time I actually seen a division with race. And,
Yes.
And then the cold, and so the school was so excellent. It was worth the sacrifice, but it was totally different from California. I couldn't wait to be done with my 5 years and come on back. Because even the East Coast, I like New York and that whole deal, but that cold is something.
It's something else.
Something different.
I tell people that back east they really save because in California if it just rained a little bit,
we're in the house.
when we're in the house, back east they layer it up, and I
Go
kid
to
you not,
church.
I was in New York, and I had on I had layers on, right? I was freezing. And I see a young lady with legs all out, got her little fur coat on, and she just walking in her heels like it's a summer day. And I'm like, Father Jesus. And somebody said, oh, she got that thermal lotion on. She ain't feeling nothing. I said, my Jesus. But
Look, my first day at Berkeley, it was 35 degrees. I had everything on, and people look at me crazy.
they're like, what's
They're
wrong?
like, it's not time yet. I was like, are you sure?
Right.
What's wrong with
His
you?
blood is thin.
It's just a little brisk outside.
Right.
And I remember they don't shut down. So like you said, I still have to go when the snow hits, they plow the streets, and I have to go off to class. And then I remember one day I questioned it. I was like, is it worth it? When I was walking to one of my classes at 9:00 at night,
Yeah.
you had to be there. Church, I took the bus. I used to play at Union Baptist Church in Cambridge. And on Sundays, I had to take the bus.
Wow.
I do my 30-minute bus ride in the cold, 6:00 in the morning to get there for 8 or 8:30. And then those churches back they're very old school. So they have like the radiator system or like the heater took a long time to heat up. You can hear it. And it's just the culture was different. But I really appreciate the culture. It was nice. It was great to actually experience other areas. And even the church culture. I say this about musicianship over there in the East Coast. They're very serious about their craft. And they're more, sometimes people say they may be a little bit more busy, but the reason why is like these people still have music programs.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of jazz studies, classical studies. And so if you have that starting at 5th or 6th grade all the way out through high school, going into college, and then you get a James Hall.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll get, that's what and it's real. It's like they know about the music theory. They know about those different harmonies. And that's why it's like the East Coast, West Coast, we have different styles, but the East Coast, that's what they do. It's very heavy on music education out there.
So let me ask you this question. being in the Bay Area, the culinary delights in the Bay Area, and going to Boston. What did you miss from California when you were in Boston, and what did you begin to become fond of as a Boston cuisine?
Nothing in Boston. I guess the clam chowder.
Clam
You know
chowder.
what? Not even that. I mean, it was fine. I have to say, California, the Bay Area, we have everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, like, I guess, let me see, Boston. No, Mexican food wasn't good.
No.
Chinese food was horrible. Now they did a lot of Caribbean food because that's like the culture over there in the East Coast. But I'm not really a Caribbean food, guy. But no, the food, no.
Now, here's my last question. It's a salvation question. Now, you was playing for the church, and not one deacon offered to come get you from
Or
school.
a church van.
Yeah,
I was thinking, no church
No,
van?
they did.
Okay,
They
okay.
did. So in the morning, yeah, they'll take me, and then. But I'm a type of musician. I'm super. I don't. It's like I set my boundaries. So it's like I'll go, but when I work for churches, I'll take the offer when it's cold. If it's cold stuff, I don't want to ever obligate people for me to get picked up when I'm providing a service still.
Professional.
But they did do that, and especially during the cold season, they will pick me up, and and I never asked. They just wanted to do it. So yes, I did get some rides, but some days I had to still take the bus.
Yeah.
Because I'm just that type of way. I don't like to put my problems on people.
But I'd have been like,
Professional.
I'd have been like the pastor. I'll be able to pastor church. Son, we're gonna have to have. I'm gonna come get you, so that I'll make sure you're there because I got
That's
a
what
good
they
message
did.
today.
A
I got
church
a
van.
good.
I
They
would be
did
church
do
van.
that. They didn't even bring the band. The music director used to pick me up to make sure I was on time.
Yes, I experienced the same thing being in the South.
Yeah.
When I was at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff or Grambling, they have buses lined up to take you to church, which is different than on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And when it would be sunny, when it be cold, we Californians would see the sun and we'd go outside in our shorts, not knowing that the sun was out and it was still
Freezing.
15 degrees. So we would all go back to our rooms and we'd email the teacher and say they were sorry, we're not coming today. we don't ditch normally, but we're not coming. It's too cold for us California kids.
Way too cold. And then the interesting for so you guys know the South is more of a church. They are a church.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So California, we go to church, but it's like
We
we may go to a football game.
Yes.
we go to church. They go to church.
they got attacked.
They could be drunk. I remember those Baptist
go to
kids,
church.
them Baptist kids and football players at
Well,
the
why you
University
gotta
of
call them
Arkansas.
Baptists?
Because they were. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff athletes, they would be out all night at PJ's, a popular club there. I would be in the room, sleep, getting ready for church.
Praying.
How do you know? Dr. Robert Earl Dean?
Bro,
How did you know?
Marcus, I would be in my room. They would try to get me to go to PJ's. God is my
Okay.
witness.
He was
And,
praying.
and I wouldn't go because I had to go to Little Rock, the church, 45 minutes away to my church. I was in Pine Bluff, but my church was in Little Rock, and my musician played for like 3 or 4 churches. So I did a church tour on Sundays. I couldn't afford to be doing nothing but going to church because I had to sing at like 3 or 4 churches some Sundays. And so the kids would be out, and you be in the dorms, and you hear this foot. They be just coming in, but them kids like, I got to go to church. My mother have a fit if I don't go to church. And I was
Yeah,
like,
look, I had a few friends. I really was a good kid. I called myself corny in college. I didn't do nothing, but I just studied and stuff. But I had a lot of friends that still. We had a lot of PK kids that went to Berkeley too.
yep.
So a lot of them are the musicians and stuff though. But I don't mention no names. But
They go
had
wild.
some moments.
They go wild
But
when
they
you
will
get
still
home.
wake up and go to church, and I just look at them. I was like, you know,
You know better. Your mama's
sitting
praying
here
for you.
still trying to play.
Right.
Yeah. So, and they look at it like,
Symbols is whooping them. They can't wait till it's over.
Yeah,
And then
right.
for some reason, it felt like the Lord make it extra.
Yep. They be
The preacher gonna scream extra loud that Sunday.
right, and they be just sweating and stuff. You be like, why they sweating so much?
Then he call a prayer line. You there for another 30 minutes?
Yep. He's telling the truth, y'all. If you ever go to school in the South or East,
yeah,
they go to church no matter what. But I respected them, and I thought it was admirable because I'm Kojic, and there'll be Sundays if I had to sing with my college choir, the Kojic Club, I wouldn't go to church that Sunday. I was like, I'm not coming this Sunday because I'm in the bed resting, but they'll be out all night and still go to church because their culture is to go to church in the South no matter what. You go to church.
You go to church.
So my friend, what's coming up next besides the concert that's happening on Friday? What's coming up next for you, your label, and your industry?
Well, we have some things coming up. We have some planning too for another production. So we may have another production in the spring or in the summer. So I'm not going to release that yet because now everything has scaled up. We are coming back next year for Holiday at the Temple. So maybe you guys can both be there.
I ain't missing that one. I
We
I,
give
I
you the
came to
date.
one before. I ain't gonna miss that one.
Well,
So Robbie, you missing, but look at you missing one of that main anchor ones. This is about to be crazy. But you'll see the video.
hold on,
Shoot.
brother Marcus. I just want to let you know that
Y'all, hold on. You gonna get an extended. You know what? I'm gonna mail you guys golden invitations.
okay, but this what I want to say because I want to make sure that you hear me on this one. I represent a lot of amazing artists. The one of my artists that I'm representing, he little peanut head chocolate dude, but he can really sing. Got that good rasp voice in it. And so if you look in the book next year, I represent the dude. His name is, they call him Big Red. You know, Big Red. You know, for Robert Earl Dean. You know,
okay.
I ain't
so-
brown.
so-
I ain't no
so-
dark skin.
You know, I said
He's
chocolate.
Chocolate. I'm medium. I'm medium.
No, you chocolate.
medium.
I'm caramel
No, you
because
chocolate.
he's high yellow.
I'm high yellow.
Yeah.
he mocha chocolate. So anyway, if you need some artists, let us know because I got some good ones. But this one across the thing, he's saying if you need that real good. But anyway, I just want to let you
I'm
know
coach.
that we appreciate you. We
Yes, we do.
thank God for
Good
you,
people. Good
and
people.
we thank you for coming on, sharing, and keeping what I call the California vibe.
Yes.
I want to be talking to you more about the National Association of Gospel Radio and tying that into the things that you're doing. But I do want you to know that you're just another homeboy, and that we love and we appreciate you, and we celebrate your talent and your gift that you're giving to the communities.
Oh, thank you so much, and I appreciate your support. You guys been supporting me, man, for the past 5 or 6 years, and even outside. Let me tell you guys, even outside of right now, they will I'll get text messages, just communication, just hey, how you doing? It's not always just about the radio show, but it's really being consistent when the cameras are not on. So I really appreciate that about you and your organization, and for what you guys do, because you guys are faithful every single day, creating a platform for gospel artists and faith-based leaders, and giving them a chance to be able to talk about what they're doing, and they're just trying to make impact. And I think now I'm really just in a mode of being impactful.
Yes.
And the industry is always going to be the industry, but can we be impactful? So
Yeah.
thank you for being impactful. And I appreciate you, and I'm pretty sure the community appreciates you as well.
Yes, sir.
Now the favorite question is, how can they follow you?
How can they follow you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow me, you can just go and type in Marcus McCauley. Instagram is Marcus McCauley _. Facebook is Marcus McCauley. And then too, if you are in the area and you want to come and experience Holiday at the Temple, you can go to www.holidayatthetemple.com. It's gonna be this Friday, December 12th. Doors open up at 6. We have a red carpet, and our sponsors. We have the whole sponsor event, and then my partner. Her name is Vashawn Huff. I have to mention her.
From
She's
San Diego.
From San Diego. She co-producing this with me, and her organization is called Audience of One, and we're supporting Youth Uprising, and this is a benefit concert for the arts and health and wellness. So it has a benefit to it. So we're just making sure that we can spread the love, and also just bring some joy to the people with an awesome concert. So
Oh, it's awesome. I had a chance to go when it was Marette Brown Clark,
Yeah.
who's a close friend of mine. So I surprised them. We didn't tell them. It was her. It was Ashlyn. And when they saw me walk in, they were like, "What are you doing here?" So it was fun. It's a great concert. And if it wasn't for this Pasadena event, I would definitely be there because I had everything paid
yeah.
for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and one of the things about it, and this is what I say to everybody, this is how gospel music is going to grow,
Yeah.
is that we continue to celebrate each other.
Yes, support.
I tell you this, Mandate Records has been around for almost 31 years, and what we do at Mandate Records, Marcus cannot do because it's our mantle. And what he does, we can't do because it is his mantle. And because of that, we have no competition. All we can do is support each other because we're literally supporting what God has given us to do
The work.
individually. So I want to encourage you all, if you know people in the Bay Area, if you know people that want to travel and have just an amazing concert
It's
experience,
wonderful.
we're going to encourage you. Go to this event this coming Friday. Give them the website one more time again.
www.holidayatthetemple.com.
There you go. And the beautiful thing about it is not only are you going to get a great concert, but it's also a benefit for organizations. So it is giving 3 times, you know what I'm saying?
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Yes. And with that being said, my brother, we say thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to get back to some more great gospel music. This young man been calling me saying, look, when you going to play my song? I said, we got you a rotation. He said, I want to hear it. And I said, okay, so this is none other than Johnny Sanders. This is Christmas Every Day. Right here on GOD Radio 1.
.com.